Right. Everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
Good evening to everyone. Dear Dhamma friends. So today is the 13th November 2021. Today we are going to start loving kindness meditation, and during this month and during the next month we are going to practice loving kindness meditation. So there are 2 ways of practicing loving kindness meditation. I would like to teach you both those ways. During this month of November, we are going to learn one method. That means how to develop loving kindness from group to group. So we are going to learn that that loving kindness meditation technique during this month. And in the next month, we are going to learn to develop loving kindness towards the directions. So you think about the world according to their own directions. So towards all the 10 directions, we are going to spread loving kindness. But for that, we should be able to develop loving kindness according to we should master the way to spread loving kindness from group to group. So that is the first way. And then when we master it, when we practice it properly, then what happens is we gain the ability to spread loving kindness towards the directions. So today we are going to learn how to spread loving kindness from group to group. So we started this meditation journey with breathing meditation. By practicing breathing meditation, you develop your mind, the calmness of your mind. So then after that, we use the very same concentration, very same calmness to develop vipassana meditation, and to come out of as much as negativities that we do have, right? So now the mind has we have got rid of some of the negativities of our mind. Not completely got rid of, we have suppressed those negativities to a certain extent. Now what we are doing is, by practicing loving kindness meditation, we try to maintain the development that we achieve. So if we achieve a certain development by practicing loving kindness meditation, it helps us to maintain that progress, right? So that's what we are doing here. We learn loving kindness meditation, and we practice it to maintain the development that we have already achieved, and at the same time we try to develop positive emotions of love, positive emotions of kindness, positive emotions of compassion towards all the beings. So by that way, we become a person who can accept anyone, who can embrace anyone without regarding their background. Some people are vivid, people are different, and they have various kinds of nationalities. Their appearances are different, but inside, now after practicing vipassana, we understand that the inside being, that means the inner structure, the mind, the original being, it has no any difference. From person to person, it's the same. From being to being, it's the same, right? The outer structure, it differs, according to our karmas, but not the inner structure. So now we gain the ability to penetrate those boundaries, to overcome all those boundaries. Now this is the time to share that feeling of equality, feeling of love, feeling of kindness with everyone. So that's what we are going to do by practicing loving kindness meditation. So before we start the loving kindness meditation, to calm down our mind, we will practice 5 minutes breathing meditation. Then please stay with the same posture. Don't open your eyes while you are practicing breathing meditation. At that very time, I will guide you to practice loving kindness meditation too. So don't open your eyes, stay eyes closed, and keep on practicing. So while eyes closed, when I started teaching you loving kindness meditation, please keep on practicing it without opening the eyes, right? So now everyone, please understand that loving kindness meditation, according to the Buddha, is a very powerful meditation technique. It gives us 11 benefits. Mainly, it gives us 11 benefits. The first benefit is, according to Buddha, Sukham Supati. That person gains the ability to sleep well. Right? If someone practices loving kindness meditation, that person gains the ability to sleep well. And then at the same time, that person wakes up with comfort, with inner comfort, with outer comfort, both. And then after that, then such kind of people don't see bad dreams. Some people cannot sleep well. So even there are some people who have, they lack nothing. The only thing that they lack is the sleep. So they have a lot of stress because of their lack of sleep. So recently, one very famous doctor here, he came to me and he cannot sleep well. So then his family members, some of his family members, they also have a hard time because of his lack of sleep. So even though some people have a lot of things, they don't have this sleep. So sleeping gives us a great rest and makes the inner strength to face the next day. So it's a very important thing. So the person who practiced loving kindness meditation, I gave this way meditation technique to him, and he succeeded in sleeping. So such kind of people, they don't dream bad dreams. And then such kind of people become loving, that means attractive, well loved by the human beings, right? They are lovable to human beings, and they are lovable to inhuman beings too. So if you are kind to an animal, right, you can see their reaction, right? They when you are kind to an animal, it likes you. The dog runs to you when you enter into your home. The cat comes and run around you. They also can understand your loving kindness. So even the non-human beings, they also will like you. Then, uh, uh, then the divine beings, they protect you. Divine beings, they protect you. Then then such kind of people cannot be destroyed by any tactic, by fire or by a weapon or by by a poison, such kind of person cannot be destroyed by any by any by one of the ways. That person will save that person's life. So that person's life will be saved. And then after that, that person's face becomes beautiful. So many people have to apply this frame and that frame to become colorful. But for a meditator who practices loving kindness, so the face becomes beautiful, right? Then uh, after that, that person passes away. That person passes away uh, without a confused mind. That person passes away peacefully. And then if that person develops loving kindness to a deeper level, that person will be born in a divine realm or in a Brahma realm where there is a lot of mental peace. And so these are the 11 benefits that someone can get by practicing loving kindness meditation. And there are many other scientific discoveries too. I'll explain them later on at the end of the session. So please, to obtain all these benefits, what you need is practice. That is the most important thing. So please practice very, very ardently. And in this meditation practice, if you feel pain and if you feel like it's unbearable, then during this meditation technique, you can change your posture. No worries. It doesn't matter you are a Vipassana meditator, old student or a new student, that doesn't matter. You can still change your posture, but slowly and without breaking the calmness of your mind. So, with those understandings, everyone, please get ready to start loving kindness meditation. Now, everyone, please relax your body, but keep the back straight, neck straight, head straight, and let the whole body to relax, to calm down, to calm down. Manu, can you close the door? Calm down, calm down. Now, please keep your right palm on your left palm. Close your eyes. Calm down. Now pay your entire attention, first of all, towards your breath. Incoming breath, outgoing breath, incoming breath, outgoing breath. Keep on observing the breath for 5 minutes. very calmly, very quietly. Now everyone, please spread your entire attention towards yourself, towards yourself. Now spread loving kindness, first of all, towards yourself. May I be free of enmity and danger. Enmity and danger. May I be free of enmity and danger. May I be free of mental suffering. May I be free of physical suffering. May I take care of myself well and happily. Well and happily. Once again, may I be free of enmity and danger. May I be free of mental suffering. May I be free of physical suffering. May I take care of myself. Take care of myself well and happily. Well and happily. Spread love and kindness towards yourself. Now please spread loving kindness towards your parents, towards your teachers, towards your relatives and friends. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends, relatives and friends, be free from enmity. May my parents, relatives, teachers, and friends free of, be free of mental suffering. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be free of physical suffering. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Once again, may my parents, relatives, teachers, and friends be free from, be free of enmity and danger. And then my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be free from mental suffering. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be free from physical suffering. May my parents, teachers, relatives, and friends, relatives and friends take care of themselves, themselves well and happily. May they be well, happy, and peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards your parents, towards your teachers, towards your relatives, and towards your friends. Now, please spread loving kindness towards your enemies. May my enemies also be free from enmity and danger. May my enemies be free from mental suffering. May my enemies be free from physical suffering. May my enemies take care of themselves well and happily. Well and happily. Now let's spread loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. May all beings in this whole universe, may all beings in this whole universe be free from enmity and danger. Enmity and danger. May all beings in this whole universe be free from mental suffering. May all beings in this whole universe be free from physical suffering. May all beings in this whole universe take care of themselves well and happily. Well and happily. Now everyone, if you are done with the fourth step, then please start with the first step. Spread loving kindness towards yourself, then towards parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Then after towards the enemies, and finally towards all beings in the whole universe. So keep on spreading loving kindness and keep on practicing loving kindness meditation very ardently, very ardently. Now everyone, very slowly, very calmly, please open your eyes. Relax yourself. Now please unmute. Please say 3 times together. Sadhu,
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 sadhu. Dear our friends, loving kindness, that means in Pali, those days language, we call it metta meditation. Metta or loving kindness means friendship. Friendship. In other words, spreading benevolence, spreading affection. So, if someone practices loving kindness, that person practices friendship, practice benevolence, practice affection towards all beings. You can say that there are people in this world who cannot get together with the others. So they judge. Oh, that is a short person. I don't like. That person is too much tall. I don't like. That person is very chubby. I don't like. That person is very thin. I don't like. That person is not well built. I don't like. So like that, there are people who judge the others. So the mind, it is used to judge the others, right? According to their education, we judge. According to their appearance, we judge. And according to their abilities, we judge. We judge. The more we start judging them, then 2 reactions will come out. Don't like them. As I mentioned you karmically, according to we have our own karmas. According to our own karmas, we are different. Physically, we are different. Ability-wise, we are different. Opportunity-wise, we are different. But being-wise, we are not different. We are not different. We are beings with same rights. So we understood this through loving kindness meditation. So now this is the time to implement that on everyone. So when we start practicing loving kindness meditation, we stop this judgment. We don't judge. We don't judge the people from their appearance. Even though they are beautiful or not, we embrace them mentally. Even though they are sick or not, we embrace them mentally. Even they are less capable or highly capable, it doesn't matter. We embrace them by mind. This is a way of opening the door to the heaven. So once a samurai soldier came to a bante. You know, samurais who were serving the best soldiers who were serving the king of Japan, the emperor of Japan. So this soldier came to meet a bante, and then after that he asked that bante. He told that bante, Bhante, I don't believe that there is a heaven or there is a hell. Then at that time, that Bhante looked at the soldier and started scolding. He scolded at the soldier. Are you a samurai? How can you be a samurai? Look at your face. Your face is just like of an owl. You know owl, right? So just your face is just like an owl, and you look feeble too. Who gave you this title, samurai? This title called samurai. Then the samurai soldier, he didn't expect this sudden insult. He was so angry. He was so angry. He started taking the sword out. At that time, the Bhante looked at him and told, "Look, over there, you are opening the door to the hell." Then that soldier understood what Bhante meant. He slowly started inserting the soldier, the sword inside its box, its cover. Then the Bhante said, "Over there, you are opening the door to the heaven." Whenever we have hatred inside us, whenever we have anger inside us, whenever we have jealousy, we have ill will, right? We have pride, right, over the other people. So inside us, then we have the doors of our hells open. The doors of hell for us, they open. When we start practicing love and kindness, those things go away. Let's say, uh, for a certain kind of action, earlier you were angry at a particular person. Now you see and you look that person do such kind of thing, and instead of developing anger, you develop pity. You develop kindness. You develop love. You develop compassion. So then inside we develop heaven, path to the heaven. Then there's a person that you know, maybe one of your siblings or one of your relatives, or a friend or someone else. This person have achieved something in life, maybe educational achievement, workplace achievement, or something like that. Earlier, whenever you heard, if you felt jealousy, then you have a door to the hell is open for you. But now, when you hear about such kind of thing, if you hear that and develop joy, develop sympathetic joy towards that person, thinking, "Oh, how wonderful! He or she might have gone through a lot to achieve this. Finally, this person has achieved what he or she was trying to achieve. So how great, how great." When you think like that, then what happens is you develop sympathetic joy. If you can develop such kind of a joy inside, that means you have original, real loving kindness. So then the door to the heaven is open for you. Then towards certain people, if you feel ill will, right? Then if you don't feel it right now, then the door to the heaven is open for you. Loving kindness is established inside you. Then, so there are various kinds of other feelings, which are, so disgusting feeling, discrimination feeling. This is not the time to talk about all those things. So the pride, if you don't feel such kind of things towards the other people, right? So because of those negativities, if you don't manipulate or harass the other people anymore, then the door to the heaven has opened inside you. The door to the heaven has opened inside you, and the loving kindness has become established, right? But it doesn't happen at once. We need to understand that we have a lot of negativities. Jealousy, it's not easy to eradicate. Anger, it's not easy to eradicate. Hatred, it's not easy to eradicate. Some people even have hatred towards their own parents, right? Sometimes there are certain parents who have hatred towards their own children. So this is a very strong emotion. But you need to try. So you need to try because when you have hatred, everything is about losing. When you have loving kindness, everything is about achievements. You are going to achieve all kinds of comforts, inside, right? So it's not easy, but we need to practice ardently. I always use this word ardently because we need to practice ardently with an awakened mind. When you work hard, that's how we can achieve, right? So please practice loving kindness meditation. And when you practice loving kindness meditation, you can start at a quieter place at your home during a quieter time at the beginning. This meditation technique, you can practice it for 5 minutes at the beginning. So for now, even though I don't teach here, you will practice. I request you to practice 5 minutes breathing meditation at first, and 10 or 15 minutes vipassana meditation. Then after that, you will practice loving kindness meditation. So when you practice loving kindness meditation, start with 5 minutes, right? So don't do this with a clumsy mind or busy mind. That means, so if there is a certain kind of a thing to do, then don't do this because you don't feel the emotion of loving kindness at such times. So relax yourself first, and then if you have a limited time, if you are closer to do a certain thing, to go somewhere or to do something at such times, so use the timer, right? You use the option of reminder and then limit. So put a reminder and practice so that your mind won't run away and you won't haste, right? So at your workplace too, if you find some time, some leisure time, practice it. Please practice. And at the same time, when you are while you are driving too, or while you are going by a car, while you are traveling, you can practice this. On the street, you can practice this. So even whenever you hear a sound of an ambulance, please practice this. So I remember when I was a student in Sri Lanka, I lived in Colombo. So one day I had to go to another temple with the driver. So with the driver, he was a Christian. So so all of you know tuk-tuk, right? So the three-wheeler. So the three-wheeler, I was traveling by that three-wheeler. So suddenly one of the general hospitals in Sri Lanka. It was situated closer to the temple. So an ambulance passed us. At that time, this driver, he asked the permission from me to park his vehicle so close to the pavement, and then after that he closed his eyes, and for about 1 minute he didn't open his eyes. I was impatient to go to the other temple because there was a ceremony to attend, and we were already running out of time. So I asked him, what were you doing? Then he said he was spreading good wishes towards the patient who was inside that ambulance. So when I was talking to him, he told me that he learned it from another Tamil lady who was going to teach at a school. So this Tamil lady did the same thing earlier. So she taught that very habit to this Christian tribe. And she has told him that she learned it from a Bhante. So in Sri Lanka, we have Dhamma teachings every morning. So in the main government radio channel broadcasts a sermon from 7 to 8 every day. So one of the Bhantes have taught this to do. So this Tamil lady heard this and she started practicing. Later on, she taught to this Christian driver, Sinhalese Christian driver. So since that day, I request everyone that when I teach loving kindness meditation, to practice this. Whenever you hear a sound of an ambulance, please close your eyes and spread loving kindness towards that person. That's a good time to practice loving kindness too. So, whenever before you sleep, at that time too, please, if you can, practice loving kindness. When you wake up, don't hurry and go to the bathroom or anywhere. At first, lay on the bed and practice loving kindness 5 minutes. So these practices will be very, very helpful for all of you if you practice. So I have given certain practices that I mentioned here to certain people who had various kinds of mental issues. They could come out of them because they practiced this. So definitely, if you practice this, you're bound to get a lot of good benefits. There are several other benefits which were discovered. That means that researchers found when people, by researching the practitioners of loving kindness meditation. So there are seven main ones. One thing is, let me read because it helps us to manage the time. Number one, it helps to lessen the self-criticism. There is hardly any space left for self-criticism and self-harm once we commit to loving kindness meditation. The method quietens our inner critic and makes us more self-accepting than ever. You accept you as you really are. Right? More positive emotions. It develops more positive emotions. Studies have shown, so the previous one, it was found by the research of Fredrickson, which was done in 2001, right? And more positive emotions. Studies have shown that regular practice of loving kindness meditation increases vagal tone, a psychological marker of subjective well-being. The positivity loving kindness meditation generates inside attracts positive energy from outside and improves the quality of life and life satisfaction permanent. Right? This is from a research in France, this was done by Professor Koch and in 2013. So whenever you have loving kindness, the other people get attracted. Human beings, non-human beings, animals, everybody. And lesser self-destructive thoughts, right? We generate lesser self-destructive thoughts. Research has shown that 7 weeks of unfiltered loving kindness meditation practice induces joy, gratitude, care, and hope. Individuals with suicidal tendencies and borderline personality traits showed a marked reduction in their self-harming impulses and manifested an overall decrease in the negative symptoms, right? So such kind of people develops. So when people are in stress, they lose the thought of joy, emotion of joy. But then they develop, they reform themselves, they rehabilitate themselves whenever they start to feel joy from loving kindness, right? So they develop joy, they develop gratitude, they develop care, and they develop hope. And then after that, reduce pain symptoms. Pilot studies on patients with chronic back pain and migraine showed that when they practiced loving kindness meditation for brief periods of 2 to 5 minutes per day, they showed a remarkable reduction in the pain symptoms and could accomplish their daily tasks with more ease and comfort. This was done by Professor Tonelli and again in France in 2014. And this was also found in by Mr. Carson in a research 2005. Both are about loving kindness meditation. Then more resilience. A study on people with long-term PTSD showed that engaging in deep, meaningful compassion and self-love meditations induced the trauma and flashback episodes. Control studies showed that the groups that received loving kindness meditation scripts during their sessions could resume work sooner than participants who received other forms of guided instructions. This was done by Professor Keenery, and it was done in 2013. So, long-term benefits. Studies on after effects of loving kindness meditation showed that individuals who attended the sessions felt positive and self-motivated for up to 15 months post-intervention. That means even after doing and stopping loving kindness meditation, for 15 months, they had positive impacts in their life. Compared with other meditation practices and self-help tools, loving kindness reflection created more affection and empathy for strangers and social connections at work. This was discovered by from a research of Seppala and Gross in USA, 2008, right? Then faster recovery. Clinical population such as people with schizophrenia and bipolar disorders manifested a marked reduction in negative symptoms such as hallucinations and delusions when they practice loving kindness meditation individually or in groups. Besides positivity and symptom reduction, the practice also improved their judgment towards others they live or work with. This was found by a research of Professor Johnson in 2011. So there are so many others, and we don't have enough time to talk about all those things. So yes, we know that we gain all these benefits that we mentioned, but mainly we should practice the loving kindness meditation to develop inner love, inner compassion, inner peace, and inner harmony. And at the same time, we should develop it to develop our positive emotions. And at the same time, by practicing that, we understand that we can get rid of dvesha. Dvesha means anger. Aversion. Aversion based, that means aversion based all kinds of negativities. This helps us to eradicate them. That's why we need to practice this. So very ardently, with a very strong determination, please keep on practicing loving kindness meditation. And definitely it will make your life a very beautiful one. When someone plant beautiful flower plants at a garden, the garden becomes beautiful. Just like that, loving kindness meditation is so whenever we practice loving kindness meditation, please think we are planting beautiful flower plants inside the garden of our mind. With those thoughts, please practice loving kindness. So now everyone, please think together, all of us practice this wonderful meditation technique, beautiful meditation technique, very soothing meditation technique, loving kindness meditation. And we accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share this positive energy with everyone. First of all the sick people who are suffering around the world, gaining this positive energy, may all of them recover very soon. May no harm come to them. May this positive energy be with all of us. May we be able to achieve everything, every wholesome thing that we want to achieve in life. May all bad things be completely away. And at the same time, may we be able to maintain our good health, happiness, prosperity, and peace throughout our life. And practicing the Dhamma path, eradicating all the negativities, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please concentrate. Please concentrate. Abhivadana senisse niccang vada pacaino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvang no sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sangha sampatti mevaca ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjatu. Everyone, please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Good night to everyone. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Sukhi Hotu.
Peace, love, and understanding to you, Bhante.
Thank you so much, Mr. Huan. Right.
Good night, Bhante.
Jaime, good night.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night, Sonal.
Good night, Bante.
Good night, Jaime.
Good night, Bante.
Good night, Miss Lisa. Good night.
Good night, Banti.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Oh, me be happy.